It's so nice to meet all of you guys. You guys have so much great energy. I want to do as much as I can to help you guys and just be able to make sure you guys get better classrooms and stuff like that. Whatever they tell me you guys need, we're going to make sure you guys have good stuff, okay? So give them an up and down.
This is where they sleep, and they walk off from here. They have their toilets, have their bedroom. All the bed trays are wooden. They were wooden, and somebody actually donates all these iron ones. Iron ones to this room, and so we are looking forward to same thing to this place too, because the woods like actually attracts bed bugs, so you get. So and then, but the iron ones will never bring something like that.
Cenat is no stranger to headlines, but lately his name has been trending for all the wrong reasons. The past month has brought a wave of accusations, critical tweets, and leaked stories that paint a very different picture of the streaming superstar. Social media is buzzing with the discussions about his generosity or alleged lack thereof, and even questioning what kind of person he is off camera. For years, Kai has built his brand on being energetic, comedic, and relatable to millions, especially among Gen Z audiences. But now, the narrative has shifted. From celebratory clips to critical commentary, the debate isn't just about whether he's funny or entertaining. It's about his values, his priorities, and his true character. Some fans defend him furiously, saying the internet has a habit of blowing things out of proportion, and others believe this is a long overdue conversation about accountability. It started with small tease and playful jabs, but soon the post became sharper, more targeted, and less forgiving. Comparisons to other streamers began circulating, especially around acts of charity and community contribution. In an industry where public image is everything, these kind of comparisons can sting. The timing makes it even more interesting. Kai has been unusually quiet online, making no direct attempts to shut down the chatter. When a public figure goes silent during controversy, it often fuels the speculation even more. People start wondering what's happening behind closed doors. Is he regrouping? Is he ignoring it? Or is he simply living life unfazed by internet noise? Whatever the case, the storm around his name isn't slowing down. And in today's culture, silence can be as loud as a statement. On the surface, Cenat is everything a streaming audience can want. Quick-witted, naturally funny, and endlessly energetic. His streams are chaotic in the best way, filled with laughter, spontaneous challenges, and moments that go instantly viral. But the idea that Kai may not be as approachable off-camera has lingered in the online discourse. In influencer culture, perception is reality, and even a single story can shift that perception dramatically. When fans start to see the possibility of arrogance behind the charisma, it changes the way you interpret everything else. But in my opinion, the whole thing with Cenat, I think it's a whole lot of Twitter groupthink. Friendly debates might look like subtle digs. The truth may be somewhere in between, but the conversation is already out there, shaping how audiences see him moving forward. Perhaps the most discussed aspect as of right now about the criticism of Cenat is his involvement in major charitable efforts. The conversation hit a fever pitch when Mr. Beast's Team Water initiative started trending. Fans noticed that while other top creators were making substantial donations, Kai appeared absent from the movement. One viral tweet contrasted his reported $200,000 jewelry purchase with the fact that $200,000 could provide clean water to thousands of people in Africa, And not that I don't think Kai's obliged to donate, but I think when streamers like XQC and all these other guys are donating 400,000, $500,000, people start to raise the bar for you as a content creator. While public donations are never the full story, and it's entirely possible Kai has given privately, the optics weren't in his favor. Online audiences tend to equate visible charity with morality, especially in the influencer space where generosity becomes part of the brand. Some fans argued it's unfair to demand public giving from anyone, which I agree with, while others saw it as hypocrisy from someone with Kai's influence to stay silent during a widely publicized cause. These criticisms were compounded by memes portraying Kai as a selfish or apathetic person, often exaggerating for comedic effect, but still chipping away at his image, of course. In the attention economy, even jokes have power. They plant ideas, reinforce perceptions, and spread faster than official statements. Without a response from Kai, their narrative that he doesn't care has been left unchecked. Whether it was a calculated decision by Kai or simply disinterest in the conversation, it created a vacuum where speculation thrives, and in the court of public opinion, perception often outweighs proof. Adding to the scrutiny was the rumor that Kai turned down a major MrBeast collaboration after learning it would involve Aiden Ross. The story, which spread through fan accounts and reaction channels when it was interpreted in wildly different ways. Some saw it as a simple matter of personal boundaries. If Kai didn't want to work with Aiden, that was his right. Others framed it as evidence of ego or unnecessary drama, especially when the project had charitable elements attached. In the streaming world, collaborations are more than just content opportunities. They're public statements about who you associate with. Declining a high-profile collab can send a message, intentional or not. For MrBeast fans, it was disappointing to imagine a missed chance to see two major creators come together. For Kai's critics, it was another bullet point in a growing list of examples where he prioritized personal preference over potential positive impact. The fact that the rumor hasn't been directly addressed only adds to the intrigue. In the absence of clear answers, people create their own, and those imagined reasons often lead toward the most dramatic possibilities. Even if the truth is mundane, the story has already been told in a way that sticks, and in digital culture, that initial story is often the one that lasts, regardless of later clarifications. After the AMP pool party, Kai seemingly vanished from Twitch for a few days. Days turned into weeks without a new stream, and his social media activity dropped to almost nothing. For someone as consistently present online as Kai, the sudden silence felt unusual. In influencer culture, long breaks can mean a few different things: a strategic reset, a personal break, or preparation for something big. Fans began speculating immediately, with some predicting a massive comeback event and others suspecting he was laying low to let the controversy cool off. Absence can sometimes make the heart grow fonder, but it could also let criticism settle into the public perception. Without new content to shift the narrative, old controversies stay at the top of the public conversation. Meanwhile, competitors and fellow streamers fill the void, keeping their own names in the headlines. Kai's absence has become its own storyline, with "What is Kai cooking?" The longer the silence continues, though, the more dramatic the eventual return will need to be to meet expectations of all these supposed Kai fans. If it's underwhelming, which many Kai haters will probably think it is, the break might feel like a missed opportunity. If it's impactful, it could reframe the entire situation and put Kai in a better light. Kai Cenat's current moment is a masterclass in how quickly publicly perception can shift. Just months ago, he was riding a wave of positivity, breaking records, and cementing his place as one of the most influential streamers alive. Now, he's navigating a storm of criticism, from questions about his generosity to rumors about his professional relationships. The truth is likely more nuanced than the tweets and memes suggest. But in a digital world, nuance rarely goes viral. Kai's next moves, whether that's addressing the criticism, returning with major content, or simply continuing as if nothing ever happened, will determine whether this is a temporary dip or a long-term dent in his image. His silence has created both risk and opportunity. If he uses this time to genuinely reflect and recalibrate, the comeback could even be stronger than his previous highs. If not, the controversies may follow him into every future discussion about his career. Ultimately, Kai's at a crossroads. Double down on the persona that made him famous, or evolve into something that can withstand moments like this. Whatever happens next, the internet will be watching, recording, and ready to react. And in the high-speed world of streaming, that reaction can change everything over.